Good evening, good evening, good evening. Today is still Tuesday, April 22nd, 2025, back with another episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I'm making this one right before I go to bed. I just took a shower and I was watching a news article on TV, and it mentioned something I've been asked to talk about, right? A lot of y'all have been asking me to tackle this subject, this topic, mental health, and that we have a mental health issue, crisis. Now, we have a crisis in America. Probably around the world too, but we're going to address America right now. We have a mental health crisis, big time. Now, I come on here day in and day out, day after day. We talk about all the stuff that we're dealing with in the world, right? All you hear is people in the comment section and whatever, throughout the world, throughout your everyday life, on the news, what have you, people talking about how hard and difficult life is right now. It's not just difficult, it's extremely difficult. And everybody is not as strong as the next man. Everybody don't handle stress the same. Everybody don't deal with stress the same. Some people's minds are not as strong or as stable as others. Through nature, through what have you, for whatever reason. Everybody's minds are not the same. We all don't hold the same threshold of pain. We don't hold the same tolerance for adversity. But right now, we live in a world where there's extreme difficulty for just about everybody. So really, you don't know how people are dealing with it. You don't know how it's affecting them. You don't know who you're standing beside in the grocery store, what's on their mind, what they're about to do, or they just about to snap. You have no idea. I knew something was really strange, off, unusual, queer. If I can show y'all the emails in my email inbox, the stuff people emailing me saying, it let me know we got some mental ill people running loose on the street right now. I'm talking about we got some people that should be this not like a joke, tongue in cheek. We have people that are walking amongst us that should literally be in a mental institution right now. But for some reason, hold
on. Our nation's top doctors, veterans and homeless advocates, and much of the U.S. public agree. America is in a mental health crisis.
We need more psychologists, psychiatrists, counselors, therapists, etc.
So now, the United States Senate is joining the growing chorus and coming together, launching the first of its kind Mental Health Caucus, a sign that the issue has come a long way.
It's not a red state, blue state thing.
It's a personal thing. Senators from both sides of the aisle are opening up with the hope of propelling change.
I was on medication that caused me for a period of time to have manic behavior. And so I got a glimpse of what it feels like to be bipolar.
When I was in college, and then again when I was a young mom, I struggled with depression.
4 years ago, during her first speech on the Senate floor, Tina Smith shared her harrowing and all too common mental health story.
So that's my story, but really it's the story of millions of Americans.
It sparked a national conversation. Rarely had such a high-profile figure, a member of government, been so vulnerable.
Then I realized that there's a lot of power in people who are powerful and by all appearances have everything all together in their lives to be able to be really direct about some of the challenges that we face.
From ending stigma to taking action, Smith joining Democrat Alex Padilla and Republican Senators Tom Tillis and Joni Ernst in starting the group, all bringing their own experiences to the forefront.
First of all, we're talking, and it's something that doesn't happen enough.
The California Democrat's wife, Angela, dedicated her career to educating others on mental health after spending her life taking care of her mom, diagnosed with bipolar and schizoaffective disorder.
Because as severe as that diagnosis is, the family has really rallied around her, and as a result, she's actually led a pretty fulfilling life.
From parents to veterans to the classroom, millions are impacted by mental trauma.
The need for care and access to care has skyrocketed over the last few years, and so many people are struggling in finding it.
Each year, 1 in 5 adults experience mental illness. By age 14, half of all lifetime mental illness begins. Among 10 to 14-year-olds, suicide is the second leading cause of death. In the wake of the Uvalde mass shooting last year that left 19 children and 2 teachers dead, the senators crafted a bill investing in mental health resources nationwide. Now, a law, it provides $245 million to fund mental health support around the country.
What's your first action going to be in this caucus?
Short term, we have a tremendous opportunity with the resources made available in the Safer Communities Act.
Yeah, that's the foundation upon which I think so many other things can be built.
The lawmakers emphasizing the need for more education and training so that every American in crisis can feel a sense of community.
Once upon a time, people were very hesitant, scared to share a diabetes diagnosis. So I'm eager for the day where talking about mental health, it's a normal conversation.
And Julie Sirkin joins us now. I got to say, I'm glad that some of the stigma is now finally being erased. This caucus is really looking at the big picture, but as you reported, it was born out of yet another mass shooting. How do the senators you talk to think that addressing mental health will help in curb violence?
Well, Tom, it probably won't surprise you to learn that I spoke to several Republicans yesterday since the shooting in Maine, and they told me that they really believe that this is not a gun issue, that this is a mental health issue. But when you look at the Bipartisan Safer Communities Act, that gun bill that we were talking to Senators Padilla and Tillis about, Senator Graham, by the way, who you heard from the beginning, he also played a part in that. They expanded resources for red flag laws. That is something we know Maine did not have, having a narrow or yellow flag law. And you can be sure that the bipartisan group will continue to look at this issue from the lens of gun safety when they start working as a group. This is definitely an issue that's not going to go away. As Padilla and Tillis told me, that was just a down payment on the issue. They plan to do a lot more.
It's important to remember that every country has mental illness. Very few countries have the level of violence, gun violence, we do. But Julie, thank you very much.
Thanks for watching.
Be careful out here. And as I look through my comment section on a lot of videos, I read comments of people saying they want to give up. They're sad, depressed, want to quit, check out, don't want to be here no more. I read those comments a lot. And that's why I felt the need to make this video. We, as human beings, we all know we're going through some very difficult times. And some of y'all might find yourselves with some thoughts that's telling you to do some things. You know are not right. But you keep hearing them. And as time goes on, you keep hearing those thoughts. You may start agreeing with them. Thoughts that's telling you, like they said right here, when we had those mass school, poppings. First thing politicians want to do is go to yelling about gun control. Remove guns. You don't need this type of gun, that type of gun. they go to blaming guns. When in reality, we don't have a gun problem. We have a mental illness problem when it comes to those type of deeds. There's no way you're going to tell me somebody in their right mind to run up in the school with all them kids and do what they do. It ain't got nothing to do with the gun. It's uphill. When I grew up, I went to a school, a mixed integrated school. Speller High School, Murphy High School, Mobile, Alabama. And we used to have guys coming to school in the 4x4 pickup trucks with the gun racks on the back of the window. You could see in the truck all types of rifles and what have you. At school, in the parking lot. Nobody flinched. Nobody, well, we might have a school shoot. We wasn't worried about that. We didn't have no school shootings. We've always had this kind of firepower. AR or M16, that ain't nothing new. Them guns ain't just pop up on the scene. They've been around. But we ain't been having no mass shootings like this. So stop blaming the guns and folk. In my hometown, we had a mental institution by the name of Cersei. They closed it down. Ain't replaced it with nothing. Where are those people? If they didn't replace it, where are those people? Who in their right mind goes up in the school for the elementary school kids and have no remorse, nothing for human life? Not just human life, children. And the first thing y'all want to go to holler, you politicians on the other side or whoever, we need to have gun control, gun, politicizing it. Knowing you're not trying to get rid of guns to stop the school thing. You want to get rid of guns for overthrow the people. Because if you wanted a solution for the school issue, you would address mental illness. Again, if y'all could see the stuff that I read in my emails, the stuff that don't make a bit of sense. I got people that email me every day to tell me how much they don't like me. They email me every day. I don't read them no more. That's why I don't read and go in the email no more. I'm like, y'all gonna do this every day? That's not a mentally stable person. We got a lot of them walking around here right now. That's why I don't want nobody around me. I don't take nobody or nothing for granted. A lot of people on here right now listening to me are battling depression, bipolar, schizophrenia, hearing voices, thought Kamala Harris was a good presidential candidate. I had to throw that one up. You know. Well, that is being mentally ill, though. You thought she was going to be a good president. Anyway, America is having a mental illness crisis right before our very eyes. And the harder times get, the harder it is to survive and to make it. More and more people are going to snap. I always tell y'all, be careful around people. You don't know what's on their mind. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know what they've been through. You don't know what they're thinking. You don't know what they're feeling. Be careful around people. You have to keep a vigilant eye now when you're in public places. Because you never know what that guy over there is hearing in his head. You don't know. But just know, for a fact, our country has shut down a bunch of mental health places, mental health resources, all that, for years. Not just you voted for Trump. No, they've been did this. This is not political. Don't come on here with that Trump, all that. I don't want to hear all that. I'm just telling y'all, be careful out here amongst your peers. We're having a mental health crisis. You see it all over social media. Kids depressed. Kids unaliving themselves because somebody on here called them ugly. That's a mental health issue. I was asked to address this. If you're hearing voices, you know something right or wrong. You know. Go get checked out. It's okay. We're dealing with a lot. We are. There's nothing wrong with you as far as if you have an issue. That don't make you weak. Get some help before it's too late for you and your family members and loved ones. Get some help. Mental health is real. And there's a lot of people. If you're one of them, you're amongst millions. You are not alone. Millions of people struggling with their mental health. Take care of yourselves. Don't diagnose and treat yourself. Get some help. If that was the way I could send the folks after the people in my inbox, I will. As a matter of fact, I will look into it, see if there's something I can do legally to get y'all off the street. Because once I show them these emails that y'all, the same people, write me every day, all day, they're going to come pick you up. I know it. They're going to know you crazy. We're having a mental health crisis in America, ladies and gentlemen. Be careful out here amongst your peers. You never know where the next Hannibal Lecter is. Flopper bean. You never know. Be careful. Get it, got it good. Bye.